Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, and welcome to today's video on Alliance Quest Season 4, covering kind of all the news, updates, and stuff that's been going on, because we've received a huge amount of information today, a really big update post. So initially it was announced kind of toward the end of last week, and they did a bit of a follow-up post Monday, but there wasn't really anything in Monday's post, and we had a lot of questions from that. But today's post covers so much stuff, all about kind of the new bracket changes, the glory system, Conqueror rewards, some of the map changes, and also a little tidbit on Dormammu as well, because I've been very skeptical of kind of Season 4 of Alliance Quest, and especially when I, saw Dormammu as the final boss. But I think we got some good stuff to talk about today, and we've also got some of the frequently asked questions that Kabam Mike has already answered on the forums, so some additional stuff, if you already read this post, hopefully to clear up in today's video. Now, let's talk about the brackets. So at the moment you have, I believe it's 5 different brackets, and they're a little bit complicated. So that's being reduced to only 3 brackets. So you're going to have the expert, the advanced, and the normal. So the expert bracket will contain 3,500 alliances. The advanced bracket will contain 7,500, and the normal bracket will contain everybody else in the game. So they're kind of simplifying it a little bit there, and hopefully we don't yet have the information on kind of the bracket rewards and various milestones within those brackets, but hopefully it means a bit of an increase across the board to kind of everybody's rewards. It looks like there's going to be a lot more people kind of allowed into the expert bracket, and hopefully pretty much every milestone in there will at least guarantee you like 1 tier 4 class catalyst. Maybe that's a little bit of wishful thinking there, but that'd be pretty sweet if it did. So really hoping to see that. Now the second thing, which I'm quite excited about, is actually something called Glory in the Glory Store. So Glory is a brand new resource being introduced to Alliance Quest milestones and rank rewards, and you can use Glory in the Glory Store to purchase rank up materials like Tier 1 Alpha Catalyst, Tier 4 Basic Catalyst, and Glory Kit Crystals, which contain either 10% or 20% of a Tier 4 class Catalyst. It's either the Glory ones for 10% or the Greater Glory for 20%. So basically, with Glory, it allows you to buy the rewards and upgrade materials that you're after, the exact ones you're looking for. So if somebody like me, who is like always insanely thirsty for the Tier 4 basics, I can focus my glory on those. And for somebody who maybe, has got plenty of basics but needs some more class catalysts, then they can focus their resources on those crystals. So I really do like the idea of that system, and it's not like in place of anything else. Like Alliance Quest, as far as I'm aware, Alliance Quest crystals are still going to be in, and Kabam Mike also confirmed this on the forum. So the map crystals, they're still going to be in the game, just on top of what we already have. We're also going to have Glory, so it seems pretty decent. Like, I'm very excited for Glory. It doesn't seem like anything too bad at the moment. And apparently, the way that the Glory Store is going to work is that initially when you buy stuff, every time you buy something else, it gets a little bit more expensive. So if you've played Transformers Forged to Fight, if you've done the raids in that, it's a very similar system to that. But after a certain amount of time, it will reset to kind of its original cost. And there's also going to be a cap on Glory, so you can't hoard it. So yeah, I'm interested to see kind of how that works out in practicality. Again, it's very hard to kind of fully assess that system without getting any numbers, without getting any information on the reset timers. But I imagine it's probably going to reset, I would assume, on a weekly basis or something like that. But yeah, I'm interested to see the Glory Store and have a little bit of a dive into what exactly that might mean. So the next thing up is Conqueror rewards. So Conqueror rewards are rewards you get for beating the boss, and just like exploration and completion rewards, defeating Dormammu will give Conqueror rewards to all summoners that took part in the Alliance Quest. And Kabam Mike, he posted on the forums, just trying to find it here, that right here, so right now the Conqueror rewards for maps 1 to 3 are gold, and for maps 4 to 6 Tier 4 basic catalyst fragments. So hopefully it's a fairly decent amount there. He does say these rewards are potentially subject to change before release. So I guess I'd like to see like some Tier 4 basic fragments in like map 3 as well. But like the fact they're a nice bonus, and again they're not in place of anything, just an additional reward on top of what I believe we already have. So Conquer rewards, again, more free stuff. Like, I certainly cannot complain with that at all. That's pretty decent there. So they've also got this additional point on hero limitations. So any champions used in map 1 and 2 will no longer be locked to Alliance Quest. And for most people at endgame, this really will not affect them at all. But for like progressing players, players that have just started out and joined the game and got into Alliance and started doing this stuff, it means they can continue to progress while bringing their best characters to Alliance Quest. So I think that's some really, really good change for newer players. I mean, I'd love to see that at endgame as well, but I have a feeling that we won't, because, you know, they just want you to buy as many crystals as possible so you can get as many characters as possible, and that's how, you know, it's how they make their money when it comes to endgame. So, you know, just making it a little bit more accessible there, it's not a bad change. Like, but I kind of wish that the characters in all maps weren't locked into Alliance Quest. That would certainly be a little bit useful there. So what else do we have? We have menu improvements. So interested to see like the updated UI for Alliance Quest. Should be fairly interesting. So this is a bit of an interesting one on maps 2 to 5. So maps 2 to 5 will each have 3 variations on the mini bosses that can appear, and the variations will change every week, and this will change for everyone. So, you know, you and another alliance, you're always going to have the same mini bosses that you're competing with, providing that you are running the same map. So I think that's relatively interesting. I guess it depends on who the mini bosses are. Like, I'm sure if it, like 1 week, maybe it's somebody like super easy, like a Luke Cage, and then the next week it's like an Iceman. It's not going to be too fun, but I think it's nice to vary it up a little bit, providing there isn't too much BS. Like, I think that's one of the things that sometimes gets a little bit repetitive with Alliance Quest, is just doing the same map over and over again. So it's nice. I'm interested to see how it plays out, but again, it's hard to give kind of an accurate perspective on that without exactly knowing who the mini bosses are going to be. I imagine we're probably going to see Mordo though for map 5. I reckon that's pretty likely. I reckon it's going to be an assortment of mystic characters with the theme of kind of Dormammu being the final boss. But again, it's always a little bit hard to tell beforehand. So before joining any map, any Alliance member can actually preview the map to scope out this week's mini boss before you commit to a map. So that's some pretty good stuff there. And also alongside that, they've reduced the cost of running map 4 from 500,000 gold to 400,000 gold. Again, that's a little bit of that's an alright change, I guess. A little bit of gold saved on map 4 there. Nothing too huge, because I know a lot of people at endgame just like absolutely milked the crap out of the gold realm, so we're pretty sorted for gold there. However, this one I'm pretty happy about. We've reduced the cost of running map 5 from 250,000 battle chips to 175,000 battle chips. At the end of the day, I'd like just to see the entry costs for Alliance Quest removed. I mean, that would be the ideal scenario, but that's probably about like 15,000 less battle chips that I need to spend on a weekly basis. So that's good, but I'd like to see it removed. Like, straight up, that would be pretty great. But yeah, that probably isn't going to happen. And then finally, battle group, well, not finally, penultimately, I'd say, battle group minimum. So in the expert and advanced brackets, they've actually reduced the number of summoners needed in the previous battle group before the next battle group unlocks. So it means that you can just jump into some of the battle groups faster, helps flesh out some of the map 6 runs, but usually, like most of the top alliances, they're pretty on the game, on the ball when it comes to joining kind of like a map 6 or map 5. But alliances in the expert bracket, you only need 1 person in the previous BG to join, and in the advanced bracket it's 2 people, and in the normal bracket it's the same as it always has been. So yeah, that ain't too bad. And this is the final piece of news, which is so insanely good about Dormammu. So he's going to be, again, the final boss, but one of the huge, like, oh, this is gonna suck, is if Dormammu is awakened, if he has his signature ability active, because, you know, you can't really play around the D-Gem with dexterity, and they have confirmed that Dormammu will not have his signature ability active. Amazing news. So good. Such good news. Like, this is awesome. I'm really happy that Kabam kind of like responded to the community on this one. I don't feel like this is something maybe they pre-planned, but, you know, it was what everybody was saying as soon as like Alliance Quest Season 4 was announced and they had Dormammu. We were like, come on, let's not deal with that D-Gen. So I'm very excited for non-BS Dormammu as the final boss. I'm interested to see what they do with him, because I think at the current state, he's probably going to follow a similar tactic of like Kang and Venom, these easiest strategy is to just bait the special 1, because Dormammu's special 1 significantly more easy to bait than the special 2, but I think this puts Hulk on the menu, boys. I'm telling you, like, Hulk is probably going to be one of the most popular, fun, and just badass Dormammu Slayers. Like, he's going to be so incredibly good for that. But we'll probably do a video tomorrow on what I believe are going to be kind of the top 10 Dormammu killers for Alliance Quest Season 4. But I can't wait for that. Like, I'm really happy about this news. So I think with, like, everything, like, put together, it just seems really good so far. Again, it's really hard to accurately tell until we actually have it in front of us, till we're playing it. Like, are there gonna be any more problems that arise? But so far, they seem to have addressed everything. It looks like we're gonna be getting a lot more rewards in the new season. It's gonna help a lot of players catch up and get more rank 5 characters. So yeah, I'm very excited, very optimistic, and very hopeful for Season 4 of Alliance Quest, and I think they're moving in a fairly solid direction there. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments below of Alliance Quest Season 4. Are you excited for it? Do you have any concerns? What would you like to see? Like, let me know, and hopefully we'll be able to deliver on that kind of stuff kind of in the coming week or so, because you know, the final round of Alliance Quest starts tomorrow, then we got 5 days of Alliance Quest, then probably 3 days, and then we probably have Season 4 after that. So maybe this time in a week and a bit, we're going to be knocking about an AQ Season 4, and hopefully it's going to be pretty damn good. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.